After this, we have the chapter of Números. Very, very important because we have not done this chapter yet, although it should have been done in the beginning only. So Números, we have talked about the numbers multiple times, but we have not really learned it. So today we will start with the Números. Números. Número is number, and is a número. So first, let's see 1 to 10. For the first two numbers, that is 1 and 2, we actually have two words each. For 1, we have two words, and uma. So for example, if I say, eu tenho carro. So I have one car. We say carro. If I say I have one female cousin, among all my cousins, I have only one female cousin. So eu tenho uma prima. So depending on the object, we are using different words for the word one. Similarly, we do the same thing with two as well. Eu tenho dois carros. I have two cars. Eu tenho dois carros. Because carro is masculine, so we say dois carros. And eu tenho duas primas. So only for the numbers 1 and 2, we have a different word for the different genders. What happens to the number 3? If I say, eu tenho três carros and eu tenho três primas. It does not change with the gender. With carros and primas, the word actually remains the same, três. So let us look at the numbers now. 1 and 2 has gender. Apart from 1 and 2, no other number has a gender. So 3 is três. You have to remember that it is três. That is very important because going forward we'll learn a similar word which is similar but the word is actually different. So you have to remember that this one is três. Why três? Because first of all we have accent to circunflexão. What is the role of this accent, circunflexão?
You have to shorten the sound.
Exactly. To shorten the sound of the vowel. So três. And secondly, we have another rule that whenever the letter S comes at the end of the word, then the sound is very soft. It is sh. So we'll never say tres. It is três. Três. And we are finishing the word very quickly because we have the accent to circunflexão. Três. Uma, dois, duas, três, quatro. Quatro. Cinco. Cinco. Seis. Seis. So I'm starting with the sound of so, but I'm ending it with sh. Seis. Set. In European, we'll say set. In Brazilian, we'll say sete. Sete. So either set or sete. Oito. Oito. I'm starting with the sound of o and ending with u. Oito. 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 Nove. Dez. So once again, all the words. Uma. Dois. Duas. Três. Quatro. Cinco. Seis. Sete or sete. Oito. Nove. Dez. I want you to take a minute, look at the words and learn them. Wherever we have an accent, you have to learn the accent as well. You have to pronounce the word in a way that the accent is understandable from your pronunciation itself. Okay, then let's move on to the next set of numbers. So we will see 11 to 20. Now you will see why I was saying três. Okay, let's see. 11 is onze. Onze. Now these numbers, most of them have an E at the end. There's the letter E at the end. Now in Brazilian Portuguese, we tend to extend words like this, which have E at the end. But in European Portuguese, we finish it quickly. We don't say the E at the end. So keeping that in mind, you have to focus on your own accent. Whatever your priority is, focus on that. So 11 is ons or ons. Even if we are extending it, we'll not extend it too much, just a little bit. So in European, we'll say ons, no extension at all. Ons. Excuse me. In Brazilian, we'll say ons. Ons. Next one is 12. In European, we'll say dos. That's it. Dos. In Brazilian, we can say doze. Doze. 13. In European, we'll say tres. No extension. Tres. So it is important. Number 3 is tresh with a soft sound. Tresh. Because it is ending in the letter S. So wherever the last letter is S, we'll say a soft sound. Tresh. But here 13 is tres. Z. Tres. Then 14, the spelling is wrong here. Please correct it, everyone. The spelling of 14 is 14, not Q-U-A. It is C-A. Please correct it, everyone. 14 is 14. So in European, we'll say 14. In Brazilian, it is 14. In European, it is 14. Brazilian, it is 14. Then 15. 15 is 15. 15. Again, please remember that it is not qui. It doesn't have a sound of qui. It is ki. Simple ka mein ek hi matra. Ka mein ek hi matra. Ki. 15. And in Brazilian, we'll say 15. So once more from 11 to 15, everybody please pay attention. First, let's do only European accent. So in European, we do not extend the word when it has an E at the end. So in European, we will say ons, dos, tres, 14, 15. In Brazilian, onze, doze, 14, ons, dos, tres, 14, 15. Little bit of extension at the end. Even if you do not extend the end of it, it is also correct. Then 16 to 20. 16 is 16. 16. 17, 17 or 17. Same thing. In European, we'll say 17. 17. In Brazilian, we'll say 17. 17. Then 18. 18. Remember that it is a single word. So nobody should pronounce it like 18. The other words, look at the other words. 16. 17. But 18 is 18. It is not 18. 18. Then 19, 19 or 19. In European, we'll say 19. In Brazilian, we can say 19. Last one, number 20. Again, it will be different in Brazilian and European. In European, we'll say 20. 20, ending in to. 20. In Brazilian, it will be 20. 20. So let us repeat the whole number. First, we will see it in European accent. Ons, dos, tres, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now in European accent, for these words, 16, 17, 18 and 19, many people skip the beginning of the word. That is the. We simply say 16, 17. It is very common for people in spoken Portuguese. In written Portuguese, they will spell the complete word. But when they are speaking, if they want to say 16, they'll say 16. It's very common. So you have to understand that they are saying 16. I want you all to remember this very clearly. Often people will say 16, 17, 18, 19. They will not say dezenov, they'll say zinov. They'll not say dezoitu, they'll say zoitu. So it's very, very common for the Portuguese people, for the people of Europe, Portugal, to skip the beginning also of these words, only particularly these words, from 16 to 19. So we can often hear 16, 17, 18, 19. So let's repeat this in European accent. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Only particularly for 16 to 19, we can also say 16, 17, 18, 19. Now in Brazilian, we will have little bit of extension at the end of it. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Once more, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I want to take a minute of time and learn it, then we'll repeat it. So see, the only मतलब आपकी जो मेहनत है वो यहीं तक थी, नंबर 20 तक. इसके आगे सिर्फ आपको 1, 2, 3, 4 लगाना है दोबारा. So for example, if you have 21, then your word will be Vinci E U. So Vinci stands for 20, E means and U is 1. If you want to say 27, then you will say Vinci E Sech. So we'll say 20 and 7. Vinci Sech. So let us see this. 21. Vinci or Vinci uma. Depending on the gender again. Vinci dois or Vinci duas. In European Portuguese, we'll say 21, 22. Since the first word is ending in E and the second word is E itself, so it is almost like it's not audible when we say the whole phrase together. So we say 21, 22, 23, 24. In European, we'll say 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, like this. So the only numbers we need to learn now are the numbers in the tens digits. That is 20, 30, 40. अगर इनको हम सीख जाएंगे तो बाकी numbers हम automatically बोल सकते हैं. So if you know how to say 50, then you can say all the numbers from 51, 53, 59, anything. So you just need to learn the tens. That is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all these numbers. The round figures. So let us see that. So 20 is vint or vinci. 30 is called trinta. Trinta. 40 is quarenta. Quarenta. Let's not take any risks and let's just write the pronunciations in Hindi. So first one is vinci. In European, we'll say vinci. In Brazilian, we'll say vint. Trinta. Quarenta. Cinquenta. Sesenta. This one is simple. Sesenta. Setenta. Then 80. Then 90 is called 90. 90. And 100 is called 100. 100. Nasal sound. So let us revise all the words. 20 we have already seen. It is either 20 or 20. In Brazilian we'll say 20. In European we'll say 20. Then 30 is 30. 30. 40 is 40. Remember, this one is not ka, it's qua. 40. Then we have 50. 50. 60 is 60. 60. 70 is 70. So 60 is 60 and 70 is 70. Then we have 80. 80 is 80. 80. 90. 90. 90. And 100 is sign. The round figure 100 is called sign. So whatever number we write, we can use this tens digit and then just add the specific number. For example, if I write down 65, then we'll say 65. Now I want you to answer a few questions. If I write 91, then how will you say it?
91.
Yes, 91. Please remember that we'll not say A. This is E. 91. Yes. If I write 78.
62.
Okay, I got one wrong answer. I don't know who said it. See, 60 is 60, but 70 is 70. Okay, so
78.
78.
8.
Yes. Then let's say 86.
86.
Perfect. 86. Okay. 45.
45.
45. 52.
52.
52. 52. Anyone who is still saying A, this should be pronounced as E. 52. Okay. 37. 37. Okay. 65.
75.
No, somebody said it wrong again. This is 60. 60 is 60. Yes. 65.
5.
Yes. So please remember it very clearly. 60 is 60 and 70 is 70. How to remember this? Look, the only difference in these two words is the letter S and T. In the first one, that is 60, the letter is S, 60. But in the second one, the letter is T. Just remember that S पहले आता है और T बाद में आता है. पहले S आता है फिर T आता है. तो जब हम 60 बोलेंगे जो कि पहले आता है, उसमें हम पहला लेटर यूज करेंगे, दैट इज 60. और जो 70 वो बाद में आता है, इसलिए हम उसमें बाद वाला लेटर यूज करेंगे 70. इस तरह से इसको याद रखना है. So this is how basically you use the numbers from 20 to 100. You don't need to remember anything. You can just remember the tens digits 20, 30, 40, 50. इनको आपको याद करना है. उसके आगे का जो नंबर आएगा single digit वो आपको already पता है. Now what happens beyond 100? Now we know that 100 is sign. पर 100 से ऊपर अगर हम एक भी नंबर जाते हैं तो फिर ये 100 सही नहीं रहता है, सेंतु बन जाता है. Let's see how. If I say 101, this is called 101. Okay. Now when the number is beyond 100, then we'll not say सही ई ऊ. ऐसा ही लगता है ना कि 100 तो सही है और इसके आगे हमें बस ऊ ऐड कर ली है. But there's a rule, when we go even one number beyond 100, then this sign actually becomes sentu. So the actual phrase will be sentu iun. Sentu iun. So if I write a number like 121, so this is sentu vinci iun or sentu vint un. If I write something like 156, then this is sentu cincuenta y seis. 189. Centu oitenta y nove. So I'll write down a few numbers and I want you to tell me the numbers. So first is 145. Please raise your hands. Quickly. Give me a raise of hands. Yes, Ashish.
Ma'am, centu y cuatro
No,
y
not quattro. 45.
okay. Centu y cuarenta y
Yes.
cinco.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. Next is 127. Please raise your hands. Yes, Pushla.
Centu, vint y sete.
Seth. Only Seth.
Seth.
We'll not say Seth.
Sete.
Yes. Okay, next is 197. Rajiv?
Centu y 90 seis.
Sechi. Yes, Sech. Okay. Next number is 165. Kopesh? One 165, Kopesh.
Centu, sesenta y cinco.
Okay. Let's take 178. Sarthak.
178.
178. Okay. Let's take 189. Rashmi.
Centu oitenta noventa. No.
No. Yes.
No.
Right. Okay. Let's take 118. Nakul.
Centu e 100.
No. 100 आपने बोल दिया सेंतु. Now 18.
Centu e 20.
Why vint? Vint is 20, right? We have to say 18. 18. क्या पढ़ा था हमने 18?
18.
Yes, 18. So, Nakul, can you repeat the whole thing? 118?
Cent e 18.
That's it. Yes. 118. Okay, now anyone can answer. What if 105? What is 105?
Sentu is Sinku.
That's it. Sentu is cinco. What is 111?
Sen,
Sentu e
Sentu,
Onze.
Sentu e 11.
Yes. Okay. So like this, we can write down any number. So after 100, if you can write down the numbers from 100 onwards, then let us also see 200. 200 is called duzentos. 300, trezentos. 400, quatrocentos. It's a single word, but we can read it by breaking it. Quatrocentos. Quatrocentos. 500 is called quinhentos. Quinhentos. 500. Quinhentos. So NH will be pronounced as nya. Nya. Quinhentos. Once again.
500.
Yes, perfect. Perfect. Quinhentos. Okay. 600 is seiscentos. Single word, but we can read it by breaking it down. Seiscentos. 700, any guesses? 700?
700.
Setecentos. Yes. Setecentos. 800?
800.
Centos.
Exactly. Oitocentos. Okay. 900?
900.
No. Novecentos. 900.
900. Okay,
Yes.
900.
900.
Okay.
And 1000 or 1000 is called mil. So in Brazilian Portuguese, where we do not pronounce the L at the end, we'll say mil. And in European, we'll say mil. Mil or mu. So let us see these hundreds once more. 200 is duzentos. Duzentos. 300, trezentos. 400, quatrocentos. 500, quinhentos. Quinhentos. 600, seiscentos. 700, setecentos. 800, oitocentos. 900, novecentos. 1000 is mil or mu. If in European Portuguese it is mil, in Brazilian it is mu. So if I write something like 564, then how will you say it? Please raise your hand and then speak. 564. Anyone? Come on, guys, let's answer this. Yes, Pushra.
Centos.
Sorry.
Quinhentos.
No. Please read the word written here. 500 is
500 is
quinhentos.
500. 500.
Yes. Then
And 64 is 64.
yes.
Right.
Right. Okay. Let's take a number 297. Rashmi? Rashmi, you're there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. 297.
290 and 7.
Yes.
Y 7.
E set. Or
Y
see,
7.
either will say set or sechi. Sete नहीं बोलेंगे.
Okay. Seichi or set. Got it.
Right. Duzentos, noventa is sechi. Okay. Next number is 374. Nakul.
300, 70 e 4.
E4. This is E. Yes. Okay, next number is 421. Rupesh,
421.
perfect. Okay, next number is 684. Ashish,
Ma'am, Sentush.
Seish Santosh.
Seish Sentush. E 80 e 4.
Right. Okay. Next
And why,
number.
why we are not putting e between these two words? Sentush
This
and
one
20.
is actually not necessary. We can just put E before the last word. If you put E here, then it is not wrong. It is correct actually, but it's not necessary. But before the last word, you have to put an E. That's what you cannot compromise on. Okay, so anyone is left still? Yes, Sarthak is left. So let's take 964. Sarthak.
964.
964. With mine. Okay, let's take 824. Rajiv.
800,
800.
20 y 4.
4.
4.
4. Yes. Okay, so this is how we will do the numbers beyond 200 or 300. We can do numbers even beyond 1000. I'll show you that in the next class. We'll not do any more today. So as of what we have learned, so we can write down any number in words starting from 0 to 1000. So I'll send you just some numbers that you need to write down in words. Okay, so in the last class, we saw till 900. And we also saw that 1000 is called mu. Okay. So this MIL, in European Portuguese, we'll call it mil. And in Brazilian, we'll call it mu, since we do not pronounce the L at the end. Now, if I form any number with it, for example, 1786. This number will be pronounced as mu 786. Similarly, if I write 1643, mu 643. Now, if I go beyond this and I write down 2947, 2000. Any idea how you say 2000? Any idea, guys? 2000?
2000.
2000. So we don't need any effort in this. We know mu already or mil. We will just add the respective digits here. So 2000. Yeah. 2947. Similarly, if I write 3000, 3467. Okay. So we'll simply say 3000. 3467. Similarly, we'll continue 4876. So it is 4,000. Like this, whatever number we get, we'll keep adding the digits. Now, if I make a more digit number, like till now, we are seeing 4-digit numbers. If the number becomes 5-digit, then what? If I write 10,567, then this will become Dej mute. 10.000, 500, 67. 11,844. Então, 11.000. 854. Now I want you to tell me this one. 17,632. Please raise your hand and then speak. Quick. Anybody who would like to speak, please raise your hand. Yes, Pushpa, please. Bushra, go ahead. Bushra, please. I'm unable to hear you. Ashish, please go ahead.
Ma'am, there is 6.000,
Yes.
600 e 32.
600.
2.
This will be called 600.
600.
32. Okay. Now, what if I move one digit ahead and I write this? Any idea, anyone, how will you pronounce this?
Same.
100.000. Then
Yes, very much correct. 100.000. We just have one digit there. 100.000 e 8. One 24,723. In Indian number system, we would read it as 1,24,723. But in the international number system, we read it as 124,000. So how will you say this?
Will it be cento dois?
Yes, not doish. Cento. One.
24.
Sorry, 124. How do you say that?
24.
Cento e 24.
4.
124. Then
600 e 23.
23.
23. Yes, that's very simple. Okay. 723. Okay. Let's say 265,832.
Ma'am, 265,
Yes.
265 mil
Yes.
832.
Okay. Now, if I want to go, yes, Ashish.
I mean that 124,723, there would also be mu in between after quattro, right?
Yes, yes, that is necessary. Here we have to put a mu. Sorry, extremely sorry, I was on mute. Okay, so if we move on from there, if I increase one more digit after this, so now what will this become? If I simply write this, what is this number? How do you say it in English first? What is this number in English?
1 million.
1 lakh.
One. It's not
1 million.
in Indian
10 lakh.
system. It is 10 lakhs. Okay.
Yeah, 10 lakhs.
For system, this is 1 million. So let me write the English one as well. This is million. Okay. In Portuguese, we call it milhão. Milhão. Let's go step by step. Actually, let us write here that if we increase a number here, then it is 10.000. Okay. In English, this is 10,000, and in Portuguese, this is 10.000. Then, if we increase a number here, like we did, then this is 100,000. And one more digit, it becomes million. Million. And similarly, if we increase one digit here, what does it become?
Dashmil.
10 million.
There's million. Now million. Mu é 1,000. Million is million. Então, vamos adicionar zero mais. Agora, o que é ali agora?
$2 million.
100 million. 100 million is 100 million. Now, what will come after this? What is this number? In English first.
Billion.
Now this is billion. Okay. Now this becomes billion. So, any idea what will be billion in Portuguese?
Billion.
Billion. Yes. Billion. So after this, we'll have 10 billion, 10 billion, and similarly, 100 billion. And if I add one more zero to this, it will become trillion. Okay? Trillion. So that will become trillion. After this, it will be trillion. So these are mostly the numbers that you will need. You will not need beyond that, definitely. You can have zillion and like just we do in English, zillion. Okay. So these are not required. At least till trillion, you should know the numbers. So let us just practice some random numbers of this. Before we proceed with the bigger numbers, there is a concept which is very, very important in Portuguese language. Be it Europe or be it Brazil, Everywhere you will get trapped in this concept. So please pay a lot of attention and understand this concept. It's the concept of dot and comma. Now this is a dot in English, and in Portuguese we call it ponto. And this is a comma in English, and in Portuguese we call it vírgula. I hope this is clear to everyone. A dot and a comma. This for your understanding. So where do we use a dot? We use it as a decimal. In the English number system, the dot is used as a decimal. For example, if I say 1.5 kilo, this actually means 1 kilo and 500 grams. This point denotes decimal. Is this clear to everyone? The basic concept? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Okay. So now what happens in Portuguese, the dot is actually, reversed. It is replaced by comma. Where we actually use comma, dot in English, there we use comma in Portuguese. And where we use comma in English, we use dot in Portuguese. For example, now I wrote 1.5 kilo. But if I have to mention a bigger number, a bigger amount, for example, if I want to say 1000 kilo and 500 grams, let me write it in the words first. 1000 kilo and 500 grams. So in English, I will say 1, 000.5, right? Kg. But if I do the same thing in Portuguese, this will become 1.2, that is 1.000,5 kilo. This is how we write in Portuguese. So you can see that the comma becomes a dot, ponto. And where we had point as a decimal, that is actually the comma. So the comma is used as a decimal in Portuguese. This is very, very important. Comma, that is vírgula, is used as a decimal in Portuguese. Comma and dot are reversed in Portuguese. So, for example, in Portuguese, you want to say 1,500 euros and 50 cents. This is the amount of money you want to talk about. Now, in English, you will write it like this. But in Portuguese, this will become 1.550 euros. This is how it turns in Portuguese. This is only in Portuguese language. In English, we will follow the default system. But in Portuguese, it gets reversed. And not only with euros, even if we talk about reals, that is, even if we talk about the Brazilian currency, then also it becomes opposite. So be it Europe or be it Brazil, everywhere in the Portuguese speaking countries, the Portuguese language is so that we have to reverse the dot and comma. So for example, if we talk about real is the currency of Brazil. Real and reais. In plural, we call it reais. So if we are taking a number like, let me write it in words first, 10,000. Un momento, por favor. Desculpa, gente, eu preciso 5 minutos, por favor. I need 5 minutes, please. Sorry, I had to attend to something. Yes, so we are talking about the Brazilian currency, that is real. Okay? Real in plural becomes reais. Now, for example, we are talking about 10,000 reais and 50 centavos. So just like we say euros and cents, in Brazil, we say real and centavos. So in numbers, if I want to write that in English, I'll write it like this: 10,000 ponto 50. Mas em português, vamos escrever como isso: 10.000,50. So the simple concept is that wherever we use the comma in English, it becomes dot in Portuguese, and vice versa. Where we use the dot as a decimal, we actually use the comma as decimal in Portuguese. So it can be about money, it can be about quantity, it can be about random numbers, it can be temperature. So whenever you're moving to that country, or for example, you're working with the clients in any sector, you will always need numbers. And whenever you're talking about big numbers, this is a very common trap that people fall into. Unless you know this concept, you will not be able to decipher the number correctly. You might understand or misunderstand the number actually. So please make sure that you always remember this concept, that we simply reverse the comma and dots in Portuguese. Is this clear to everyone? Can you give me a thumbs up on this? And if it is not clear, please ask. Anyone has any questions till now? Ok, ótimo. Então, gente, estes são números que precisamos para fazer. All the numbers that we needed to do. These are all the numbers. Apart from this, very important is the ordinal numbers. So when we talk about numbers, there are two types of numbers that we talk about: cardinal numbers and ordinal numbers. Números cardinal e números ordinal. Cardinal numbers are the numbers that we use to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 students in the class. There are 6 seasons. Whatever we want to count, we use the cardinal numbers. And ordinal numbers are used to denote order or sequence. Por exemplo, ele é o primeiro estudante. He is the first student. Okay. A minha casa é a terceira na rua. My house is the third on the street. So these are ordinal numbers which show order, sequence, or a position of something. So the ordinal numbers from 1st to 10th, we will read in Portuguese. So let us look at the table here. First is called primeiro. Primeiro. So all these words can come in their feminine version as well. If I say he is the first student, then it is ele é o primeiro estudante. But if I say she is the first student, then ela é a primeira estudante. Ela é a primeira estudante. So all these words similarly can be turned into the feminine versions as well. Then second is called segundo. Por exemplo, na segundo dia, vamos visitar o museu. On the second day, we will visit the museum. No segundo dia, vamos visitar o museu. Have you noted these numbers? Can I remove them from here?
Yes.
Yes, everyone? Okay. So let us see some sentences. Por exemplo, ele é o primeiro estudante da aula. He is the first student of the class. No segundo dia, vamos visitar o museu. So we will visit the museum on the second day. Can you tell me why am I using segundo dia and not segunda dia? Why am I not using the feminine form here?
Because Gia is a masculine word.
Any reason behind it? Why it is masculine?
Yeah, because though it's and with the A, it's often the masculine words.
Actually, there is no reason behind it.
It's the exception.
Yeah, it's an exception. Although it ends with a, it is an exception, so it is a masculine word. Okay. Then third is called terceiro. Terceiro. So, por exemplo, o terceiro menino na linha é o meu irmão. The third boy in the line is my brother. Then for fourth, we have the word quarto. Quarto. Por exemplo, a quarta planeta no sistema solar é Marte or Marte. Okay. The fourth planet in the solar system is Mars. Mars we call Marte in Portuguese, or we can say Marchi. Then we have fifth. Por exemplo, o quarto dia da semana é a sexta. The fifth day of the week is Friday. Then we have sixth. Okay. Sexto or sexta. Na sexta noite, os indianos celebram a festa. So the Indians celebrate on the sixth night. Then we have seventh. Sétimo. Sétimo dia da semana é um feriado. Seventh day of the week is a holiday. It's a Sunday. Eighth is oitavo. Oitavo mês do ano. Qual é o oitavo mês do ano? Which one is the 8th month of the year? Oitavo mês do ano. É
Agosto.
agosto, sim. Ninth is called nono. Nono. Eu preciso de o nono livro na prateleira. I need the ninth book on the rack. Prateleira is the rack. And 10th is décimo. O evento vai terminar no 10º dia. The event will be over on the 10th day. So this is how we use these ordinal numbers to talk about positions or sequence, order, things like this.